Now we started now.
Yes.
Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our second try of our second review. This is our second try because we realized halfway through the first try that we had to sound really quiet.
Yep.
And this is WWF Final Four 1997.
In your house.
In my house. And your house.
And our house.
But this is my house right now.
Oh.
This is my house. Sitting on my bed and my couch. But the gimmick behind this is that me, being Andrew, and Jordan, being Jordan, were both born in 1997. He was born in February. I was born in May. And so we're watching pay-per-views from May and February from 97 up until 2015-16. And we're going to review them because it's our birthday months and our pay-per-views. Which means we're going to be reviewing our WrestleMania that was on May 6th ones. Exciting.
Yeah. What fucking mania was that?
Oh wait, it may have already happened because it was advertised on the Final Four.
Oh.
Or maybe it's the next one coming up, actually.
Who knows?
I don't know. Do you know?
No.
Alright. So, let's get things started with the opening match. Gotta review this match again. Marc Mero versus
Al Snow.
Al Snow, otherwise known as Leif Cassidy and the Wild Man.
I don't give a fuck.
The first noticeable thing was Marc Mero had pyro. Yeah. And it was
weird.
It was like spinning pyro. Like where Sid's name is, it's like where that was, except it was a bunch of them. They were all just spinning around. Never thought Mark would get pyro, but I guess he did. Mark started off working the arm only of Al Snow. Al Snow kept trying to get up, and Marc Mero kept pushing him down by his head. They ended up rolling outside the ring, and Mark threw him back in the ring into the springboard leg drop from the apron onto Al Snow.
Yep.
Al Snow quickly started to target the knees. Al Snow was punching him for a while in the corner. Mark was supposed to fight back, but Mark, I guess, was slow, so Al went to punch him, but just stopped for a couple seconds until Mark did punch him. So there was just a few seconds where they were just standing there not doing anything. This match, there wasn't anything special to it until the finish. We got bored, much like the crowd. So when Jordan was trying to get up his computer so he could take notes, he went into his old documents and he found a school project that he made called Jordan's Favorite Breeds of Dogs.
Yep.
And that entertained us more than this match.
Yep.
There were supposed to be 10 of them. He only did 10 through 7. The teacher didn't really like Jordan in that class. He also made a presentation about keeping pet rocks that have also been more entertaining than this match.
Those pet rocks were pretty entertaining.
I tried to get back to watching the match after looking at the dogs that Jordan did put into his presentation, but then Jordan pulled up another one called Jordan's Instructions to Do a Bicycle Kick. Unfortunately, Jordan has refused to tell us his instructions. And why is that, Jordan? Don't you want them to know how to do a bicycle kick?
No, I don't give a fuck about them.
No. That's mean.
Yeah, it is. Truth hurts.
Marc Mero did an awful enziguri, but it still looked great compared to what The Rock will do later on in the show. But that's more on that when the Rock's match comes up. Al Snow used a figure 4, a move made famous by
Buddy Rogers.
No, a move made by Buddy Rogers, stolen by Ric Flair, made famous by Al Snow.
Always imitated, never duplicated, always copied.
Woo.
Woo.
A move used by Ric Flair to put away thousands of legends was easily gotten out of by Marc Mero.
Yeah.
Because Sable actually pushed the ropes towards Mark so he could grab the ropes. And that's why Al Snow went out to the outside the ring to yell at Sable. And Sable slapped Al Snow right in front of the referee. And the referee did not care.
The referee sat there and was like, I don't give a fuck about that.
The referee was like the rest of us, not really caring about this match. Up until when Al got slapped, he turned around and took a suicide dive from Mark. And then Mark threw him in the ring and hit a shooting star press to get the win.
And that's when me and Andrew both were like, what the fuck?
Yes, we were not expecting a shooting star press from Mark. And it was a weird Brock Lesnar style shooting star press where he holds onto his legs the entire time. It was all very strange.
Yeah.
But it was an opener. was nothing special. There was a shooting star press. There was pyro. There was dogs and bicycle kicks.
It sounds actually pretty amazing when you put it like that. But in all honesty, it was shit.
And then things got confusing. Because out comes the Honky Tonk Man.
Or as Andrew calls him, Honky Mon.
Honky Mon. The newest, better version of Pokemon. I would play it. But as Honky Tonk Man's coming out, we cut to an interview of Shawn Michaels losing his smile. A replay of Shawn Michaels losing his smile.
And the goddamn longest Shawn Michaels promo I have ever seen in my life.
They play the entire replay of Shawn Michaels' smile being lost.
And forever.
Yes, and he said that he had to go home. By the end of it, I wanted him to go home. I like Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is Jordan's favorite of all time.
Yes, he is.
But my God, this was boring.
God, it was awful.
The main thing I could think about was, what is Honky Tonk Man doing right now? And that question would never be answered.
Because Honky Tonk Man didn't even appear in the next match.
We cut back for an interview with Sid. And Sid is screaming, and it's Sid, so it's hard to understand him. And then he talks quietly, so it gets even harder to understand him. But he looked mean, and he was intense, so it was good enough, because I like Sid. And then we're finally done with the interviews, and I'm like, yay, Honky Tonk Man. But out comes Flash Funk, and Flash Funk does his Flash Funk entrance.
Longest Flash Funk entrance I've ever seen.
Very long. And I was thinking, alright, Honky Tonk Man versus Flash Funk. But out comes Bart Gunn. And now we're really confused.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Shit hit the wall when Bart Gunn came out. It was the fucking weirdest thing for me ever. I was about to hang myself.
At that point, I thought Honky Tonk Man won on commentary. Because he's done that in the past. And it was a Flash Funk Bart Gunn match. Which didn't interest me, but whatever. And then out came Goldust. And things just got more confusing. And then I didn't hear Honky Tonk Man talking on commentary. So my concerns for him just kept growing. My concerns got even worse when the Nation of Domination came out with their Rapping Shield entrance as it came from the crowd.
Yep. And that's when I realized that we all just really wanted Clarence Mason.
We all want Clarence Mason. I wanted Honky Tonk Man. Okay, it's not even like he came out to manage anyone, or he came out to do announcing, or he came out to even wrestle. He just came out, I guess did his entrance, and left. Because Honky Tonk Man was nowhere to be found for the rest of the show after his entrance. And it was confusing. I missed him. When I saw what the match was, I wished Honky was out there. But because the match, ladies and gentlemen, was Flash Funk, Bart Gunn, and Goldust versus Farouk, Savio Vega, and a man who I couldn't recognize at first, but then unfortunately realized it was Crush. Crush, otherwise known as Bryan Adams, my second to least favorite wrestler of all time, right after fucking Bull Buchanan, the biggest piece of shit ever in wrestling. But that's neither here or there until I get to a pay-per-view. I have to review a Bull Buchanan match.
Oh God, I can't wait for that.
If WWE loves me, they would have never put him on a May pay-per-view, but they don't love me probably.
Yeah.
So, now as Jordan said, well, do you want to tell what your feelings about Farouk were?
I felt like Farouk hated everything about his life at that point. Farouk really did not want to be there to cut this promo. Farouk really did not want to be there. Yeah, he was about to cut a promo.
Well, the match started. He didn't even try to talk into the mic. The match started with Farouk and Goldust in the ring, and Farouk asked for a mic, and they gave him a mic, and he looked at it, and he looked mad, and then Goldust attacked him.
Yeah.
And then a brawl started out between all 6 guys. The good guys, I guess, if that's what you want to call them, or the fucking weirdest group.
Yeah.
Got the Nation out to the outside. Fun fact, a little young fat D'Lo was out there as a manager. I wished he was in the match instead of Crush. But, oh well. So the Nation was outside the ring. Flash Funk went to the top rope. He dove on all of them. Farouk just stood up and went in the ring to beat up Goldust 10 seconds after.
Yep.
And that wouldn't be the only time that Flash Funk's dives got no-sold. But much like the first match, there wasn't that much special to it, just a couple interesting spots, like Flash Funk hitting a top rope Hurricanrana on Savio Vega. Shortly after that, I liked that. Shortly after that, I realized I was crushed standing in the corner, so I cried and hated everyone.
That's when Andrew and me were talking about referees from different promotions.
Yes.
Like how...
Because I had Paul watch Ring of Honor with me, and during the main event was a triple threat tag team street fight, and it was the Kingdom, Red Dragon, and the Young Bucks. And there was a fat referee, and Paul noticed that Ring of Honor has had to have the fattest referee possible. And then I brought up how they have fat ref. WWE has black ref, Charles Robinson and Mike Yoda, but TNA really has no one noticeable.
And that's where during the last try of the review, we realized TNA has Earl Hebner.
Yeah, we forgot about that.
And the only person I really was able to bring up last night was Skip Johnson in his hot pants.
Yes. But we also forgot that TNA has Earl Hebner. I think they even have Brian Hebner, but who cares about him?
Yeah. They have Earl Hebner, and we were not focusing. I was focusing on Skip Johnson.
What did Earl Hebner ever do?
Everything.
I wish I had Tim White trying to kill himself over and over again.
That's where I realized, crash, 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 crush, crush, crush. Ew. Anyway, Crush hits the ugliest fucking leg drop I've ever seen.
Well, we're not at the finish yet. All right. Don't you throw my notes at me.
Crush hit the ugliest leg drop I've ever seen.
So once again, the Nation of Domination, all three of them were on the outside, and Bart Gunn and Flash Funk did the spot where Blart. I wish he was Paul Blart. Paul Blart Gunn. So Bart Gunn throws Flash Funk from the ring onto the opponents. They all fall down. Then 5 seconds later, all three members of the Nation stand up and just start beating up Flash Funk.
Yep, and the greatest response I've ever seen to that spot ever.
And then Farouk throws him in the ring. I probably misheard it. Well, at least the last part, but Farouk called him a stubborn black pancake. I know I got the first 2 words right. I don't think I got the last one right, but I could have.
I hope you did.
So Flash Funk got called a stubborn black pancake. Which is a good insult.
I think so too. Personally, as a black man, I think if another black man called me a stubborn black pancake, I would probably be pissed off.
I want to know how to respond, mainly because I'm not black.
Yeah.
But then they did a spot where Farouk and Savio tried to double clothesline Flash. Flash Funk grabbed their arms, did a backflip using their arms, and double clotheslined them. Then he made the mistake of tagging in Bart Gunn, and things were going all right.
I was shocked because I did not remember that.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. Things were going all right. Bart Gunn hit a top rope bulldog onto Farouk. He went for the cover. For some reason, Flash Funk had to be an asshole and get in the ring, and which distracted the ref. At which point, now you can go on, was Crush.
Crush hits the ugliest leg drop in my ever life. Damn it, I fucked up.
Crush in an ugly leg drop.
I wrote Undertaker leg drop because he does like how Undertaker does the thing where you get tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what he tried to do, but it was really ugly to see because it was Crush.
Yes.
And that was, at that point, I'd never felt more disgusted in my life.
Crush is not the Undertaker. That is true.
Yes.
So Crush hit a shitty leg drop on Bart Gunn. He put Farouk on top of Bart for the pin. And that was it.
So the leg drop would fucking beat Crush or Bart?
Yeah, it was. While he was pinning Farouk, he got leg dropped, and that was a finish, brother. A leg drop would play a role in another match, but that was a fucking awesome sequence.
Yes.
But we're not there yet, because up next we got a Stone Cold Steve Austin promo. Stone Cold said how he was mad that he beat Bret Hart, Undertaker, and Vader in the finals of the Royal Rumble, but he was screwed. It was a conspiracy. He just didn't get the title when Shawn Michaels was a bitch and got injured, but he would win tonight, and he would kill them.
I wrote Austin still being a badass, and my second highlight was Austin.
You know what? Now that because of the screwy Royal Rumble finish where Austin was eliminated and came in and eliminated them, it sort of made sense that stipulation in a main event.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that later. So Austin was awesome, as always. Awesome Austin.
Awesome Austin. Stone Cold Awesome Austin.
Yes. Mike Awesome Austin. And then we had a replay of Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus The Rock for the Intercontinental title. And then we had, for the Intercontinental title, The Rock versus Triple H, or Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus Rocky Maivia.
Either way.
And Jordan has most of the notes for this match, because I was trying to transition from notepad to laptop to type notes, so I wasn't really paying all much attention. My only note is that Rock threw an awful dropkick insecurity-like move, where his feet were just flapping in the air. Now Jordan will take over.
Versus Triple H.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
In 7?
Yep, 97.
So, I started off by looking at The Rock, and that's when I seen The Rock hit that ugly-ass weird Enziguri dropkick.
Yeah, it was ugly.
That was something I've never wanted to see ever again from Rocky.
I'm surprised Triple H even decided to sell it.
Yeah.
Because I got nowhere near Triple H.
Yeah. And it was at that point where Jim Ross goes, "How do you do, Hunter?" That was a question that I actually wanted answered.
You know what? I also want to answer to, like, in his old theme song, he goes, "Yo, hit me with that Triple H." How do you hit one with a Triple H?
Do you just pick another Triple H up and hit another person with it? How do you do Hunter?
Why are there so many good Triple H-based questions?
Yeah. And to my point, I realized it was Jim Ross. And so I go Jim Ross and Rick Ross, which is now the best rapping duo this side of the Mississippi River.
My ass.
Rock, later in the match, Rock goes up to the top rope and hits a diving crossbody, which almost wins. It looked like, that was a really close to their fall.
It was.
So I was like, is that his finisher? Was it a crossbody? What is this Rocky Maivia crossbody?
What was that shoulder, like, block when he picks him up like he's going to go for a tombstone, he just drops their shoulder on his knee. Yeah, that was his finish.
I prefer the overdrive than that.
I don't. I mean, I guess it's almost as effective as a elbow drop as a finish.
Oh, yeah. And then that's when we seen The Rock get up, he hit the ropes, and go for his float over DDT, which was the worst, ugliest float over DDT The Rock has ever tried to do. So The Rock barely got over Triple H's back and didn't have a hold of him. And at that point, Triple H is like, alright, I guess it's okay for me to just drop my head straight into the ground. Like, with no bend to it whatsoever. Triple H just drops on his head and neck.
Yeah.
And everyone proceeded to go, oh my god, he's dead.
I unfortunately actually missed this DDT.
Yeah.
But
So,
there are only 5 matches on the main card.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to see what the pre-show was, but you keep talking about this match.
After that ugly sack of shit.
No, wait, I want to bring up Goldust here. I love Goldust.
Well, you fucking ruined it now.
Well, Goldust came out to distract Hunter Hearst Helmsley. And by the way, the dark match was the Godwins defeated the Headbangers.
That's not something I really fucking care to talk about.
Me neither. So, Goldust came out, he made a kissy face at Triple H, then slapped his butt, which allowed The Rock to roll Triple H up and get the pin.
No, he did not roll him up. He took him to Suplex City.
Oh yeah, it was a German.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have gone over this. I just want to bring up Goldust. Well,
Anyway, since my fucking partner in crime just shit it out, so Goldust came out, like he said, and proceeded to tease Triple H. Triple H, being the big giant man he is, wanted a piece of Goldust. In more ways than one.
Oh no.
So The Rock was not having any of that in his Samoan Destiny. He took him straight to Suplex City, German suplex from Rock, to Triple H, just to win. It was at that point where Marlena goes over to the barricade to, further the verbal assault onto Triple H. And then we see a big giant woman choke the fuck out of Marlena.
Yeah, woman.
Yeah, woman. She's from here. You leave her alone.
Yeah, I know.
It was China. China chokes out Marlena, and everyone's like, who the fuck? What the fuck just happened? And they cut away.
Woo!
Yeah.
Well, no, Goldust. Goldust went over and picked up Marlena, and he said, throw her in jail.
Yeah, he wants China thrown in jail. I'm pretty sure China can take out any of those security guards that took her away.
Except Big Boss Man. Well, maybe even Big Boss Man.
Big Boss Man is not a security guard.
Well, there was one guy who was a policeman. His hat said police.
Are we supposed to believe every man with a police hat says police?
Yes.
Andrew, what the fuck?
You just said every man with a police hat says police.
Shut up. You know what I mean, though.
Yes.
That's why you answered yes.
Alright, so that was something.
Oh, so we go to the next segment. Which, well, Vader, as I wrote it, Vader!
Now, I got a quote from Vader to Bret Hart. Don't let your gator mouth get your canary butt in trouble. Which, I guess, makes sense.
No, it doesn't!
Bret Hart is a very strange-looking animal with the mouth of a gator but the butt of a canary.
Yes. And so the only thing I wrote was Vader and Paul Bearer.
Yes.
...
when the interview came up, it was very close up on Vader's face. So it's kind of scary. Paul Bearer said that Vader will win tonight. Oh yes, woohoo!
Oh yes, my Vady taker!
Oh baby, Vader, you make me want to shout. Thank you.
That was more like Jimmy Hart.
Thank you.
Anyway.
Then we had a fun match.
Finally!
Jordan didn't even take that many notes on this match.
I was actually more into this match than anything else on the card.
I took notes and had to keep looking up, but I have a lot of notes, so we'll let you read off your notes first. But first, the match was for the tag team titles. Owen Hart and British Bulldog was Clarence Mason defending against Phil LaFawn and Doug Furnas.
Phil LaFawn?
Phil LaFawn.
Which is where I wrote... I didn't write the match's name. I wrote Owen Hart is all I care about.
That would change at the end.
I guess.
I liked everyone in that match.
Yeah. So, my first highlight is Owen Hart.
Yeah, that is a good Owen Hart. I mean, that is a good highlight.
And, the second highlight I go off, there's some good tag team action, a little back and forth, and there's a sequence that happens, which is... Do you want to talk about it, Shy?
Oh, do you just want me to read? Well, read your third highlight, and then I'll just go over the match.
All right. The one thing I did write down is Owen Hart reminds me of Zack Sabre Jr. Or technically, Zack Sabre Jr. reminds me of Owen Hart, which is the pin combinations and the technical style, but high flying. If you watch any of Pro Wrestling Noah and look at any of Zack Sabre Jr.'s matches, you could see that there's a lot of Owen Hart in him.
Oh. Maybe Owen Hart should get out of him. Alright. No, I mean,
fucking ruin everything.
If you have Owen Hart in you, it turns to making you a great wrestler, and that's actually awesome.
Yeah.
Because Owen Hart... Oh, which reminds me. Owen Hart wins, because I've always been a huge Owen Hart fan. He's always been my favorite Hart. Jordan's always been a Bret Hart fan, but halfway through this match, Jordan admitted that Owen was better overall.
I think he is.
Yeah, I agree. But
wow, it's not a fucking big win. Oh, a piece of shit like Bret can't do anything that Owen does.
Alright, so into the match.
Fuck you!
So, well, the first noticeable highlight is Bulldog and Owen come out. Bulldog poses, like with his arms up. And Owen Hart just goes under his arms and walks in front of him. Because he's Owen Hart and he's amazing. The first highlight was Owen hit a monkey flip and rolled with him so that he would get into a pinning position. Who did he hit? Oh, Phil LaFawn was the one who took it. Phil LaFawn rolled over, tried to get a pin, kick out of two. They just kept rolling back and forth. My sentence was, Owen is great. Here comes Bulldog.
Owen is great. Well, here comes Bulldog.
But Bulldog was good this match too.
Yeah.
But we had a nice... There was apparently no highlights that I took from Bulldog's first time in the ring, because my next highlight was a nice spinning heel kick. No, wait, no, this was, but a nice spinning heel kick from LaFawn to Bulldog. So LaFawn did a nice heel kick. Owen and Bulldog ended up double teaming LaFawn in the corner. Phil LaFawn was in the match a lot, getting beat up. Owen hit a springboard crossbody from the middle ropes. LaFawn was able to reverse it for a near fall. Later on in the match, Owen had the ref distracted while LaFawn had Bulldog rolled up for about a 15 count.
Yeah.
A little dramatic. And, I guess Bulldog was not able to kick out at all. Big, strong Bulldog Bulldog was not able to kick out. Bulldog went for a suplex on Owen. He went for a suplex on Phil LaFawn, had him up as Owen Hart came from the top rope with a crossbody. LaFawn was able to kick out. LaFawn showed a lot of heart, damn it. LaFawn was good.
I don't know why, but the only thing I think about while you were saying that was the British Bulldog and Road Dogg teaming up to be the British Road Dogs.
Well, that sounds amazing.
That's all I wanted to say on that.
Alright, thank you. Bulldog held LaFawn, and Owen Hart went for a spinning heel kick, but LaFawn moved and Owen hit Bulldog. At this point, Bulldog got up and clotheslined Owen Hart as LaFawn came from the top rope with a splash. It looks like he was going to win, but Bulldog, I guess, didn't want to lose the tag titles because he broke it up, even though he was mad at Owen. Now here is the awesome sequence. Furnas Irish whipped Owen Hart. Owen ducks his clothesline, but got super kicked by Phil LaFawn. Furnace hits Owen in the back of the head.
With a forearm smash.
Yes. And LaFawn hits him with a DDT, dropping Owen straight on his head. And Furnace hits a leg drop on Owen.
I just want to say the main highlight I thought about that was really cool was how smooth it was. It was a very smooth sequence of double team moves, leading from the duck underneath the clothesline to the super kick to the forearm smash to how easily Owen fed it right to the DDT.
And that DDT looked amazing.
Yeah, the DDT was very amazing. Unlike Rock's shitty float over DDT.
Well, I mean, also the selling by Owen. He just landed straight on his head. And unlike Triple H, he did it safely.
Yeah. So, it was...
And the leg drop. Much better than Crush's.
Yeah, way better than Crush's.
Owen was able to kick out, but that was a fun sequence. We actually rewatched it a couple of times to see what happened.
We had to.
And then Owen hit one of Owen's insecurities.
Oh my god.
The amazing Owen Hart insecurities that I love because they just look deadly.
I've never heard or seen an Owen Hart insecurity. This is my first time ever witnessing one. By God, that was the loudest thing I have ever seen. It was so loud I seen it. I seen how loud it was.
You saw a sound.
I saw sound. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw sound.
That's all because of...
I've seen sound in many different ways after that insecurity.
Alright, so Phil LaFawn, all credit, took it like a champ. He stood up, and he got a running drop kick from the British Bulldog, who tagged in. It wasn't a fun day to be Phil LaFawn. And then the finish came. It was a great match, but the finish was kind of if. But the finish goes with the storyline.
Yeah.
That Phil LaFawn goes for a monkey flip on British Bulldog in the corner. Bulldog drops him onto the turnbuckle and gets him up for the power slam. But as he's doing the power slam, Owen Hart hits LaFawn on the back with his slammy to cause a DQ. Bulldog was going to go for the pin, but he found out that Owen got his team disqualified when he could have just won with the power slam. Now, at first I thought it was a stupid finish, because who likes DQ finishes, especially after a fun match?
Yeah.
But then I thought about it more. It goes with the storyline that Bulldog's getting sick of Owen Hart. Bulldog, is trying to be serious, and Owen Hart, who is serious, but also, doesn't care about getting matches thrown out or being an asshole.
Yeah.
So he was mad. They were still tag team champions. And
Clarence Mason wanted it all to be okay.
Yes, Clarence Mason handed them their tag titles. Owen took his. Bulldog threw his to the ground. And then Bulldog slapped Owen's hand and broke his Slammy award. And then he pushed Phil LaFawn. He pushed Clarence Mason into the corner. It was a very sad moment for us Clarence Mason fans.
Yeah.
But then Owen Hart was able to calm him down. They left together, but Bulldog was clearly upset. Well, so it worked alright. It was fun.
Bulldog needs to get over his feelings.
That'd be in the Hart Foundation later that year.
Yeah.
So it was a fun match. Fun. And not a great finish, but it made sense. Phil LaFawn and Dog Furnace.
I thought you were going to say dog food.
Phil LaFawn and Dog Food Furnace. I didn't think much of them. I thought they were just going to get squashed by Owen and Bulldog, but they had a fun match.
Getting squashed.
By Owen and Bulldog.
Yeah.
They had some offense in.
Getting squashed.
Yeah. Then we had an interview with The Undertaker. He said he found his edge. Not all of his edge, but some of his edge.
He found Edge.
He found Edge. I like Edge. I like Edge and Undertaker.
But he didn't find Christian. He was like, I don't want all the brood. I just want Edge. I want the good side. I was like, damn. Why don't you want Christian, damn it?
He said he would win the WWF title by hook or by crook. And then he said, it's not when, it's not how, but it will happen, and it will happen in a few minutes. So it is about when, because it's going to happen in a few minutes. So Undertaker...
It is about how, like crook or by hook.
Yeah, crook or by... Undertaker just proving himself wrong.
He said, fuck you, and fuck this logic, I'm out.
So, there's only 5 matches on the main show, and that's because the main event went for a while, and it was for the vacated WWF title.
What the fuck was all those W's?
Yes. And it was Vader versus Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Undertaker versus Bret Hart. And you could win by pinfall, or you could win by throwing your opponent over the top rope. Something we did not realize at first. Well,
no, I knew that. I told you.
Oh, I just wasn't listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew just admitted right here that he does not listen to me. I try to tell him this stuff, but he just doesn't want to listen.
I was taking notes. What happened to your notes?
Driver downloader.
Oh. Is that your finisher?
Yes. It's the downloaded driver.
Alright. So, it was a fun match. Where was I? Well, what are my highlights? Oh, yeah. Vader started off with Undertaker. Brett started off with Austin. They were fighting for a while, just throwing punches. Undertaker did a flying clothesline, knocking down Vader. Then he clotheslined Brett, and he went after Austin, and he did an old school. Knocking down Brett. Then he went after Austin, did an old school to Austin about 2 minutes into the match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it. Vader tossed Howard Finkel to the ground. Him and Undertaker were brawling on the outside to grab his chair. A decision that would be awful for him later on in the match.
Yeah.
And Vader did a spot where he's going to hit Undertaker. Undertaker's against the turnbuckle. And Undertaker moves.
The ring post.
Yeah, the ring post. And if you're anyone except Vader, you sell this like, what the fuck do I do now? Like, they dropped a chair a lot. Not Vader. He just holds onto the chair and whacks Undertaker.
Yeah.
Again. Because Vader is the only one who has a brain, apparently.
That's sad when everyone else doesn't have a brain and Vader does.
Let's see. What do my notes? Taker. Vader went to run at Undertaker with a chair, and Undertaker kicked the chair into Vader's face. That's when it happened. That's when Vader became the most bloody man. He was just, his entire eye and right side of his face were covered in blood.
It's like Vader never had anything go wrong with his eye before.
No, it's not. They brawl back into the ring. Vader is covered in blood. Taker hit a chokeslam on Vader. Austin hit a stunner, an awful stunner that turned more into a swinging neckbreaker by the end of it, onto Taker. And the ref started to count before Austin even covered him. Austin was still laying next to Taker, and the ref counted to 1 before he even laid on top of Taker. But Undertaker still kicked out of 2. And that's when the amazing JR popped up again and said, Vader's got 450 pounds of ass. Which is not I guess you can't argue with it.
Yeah.
By this point in the match, Vader's eye and right side of his head is completely covered in blood. Later on in the match, he's actually going to have to take his mask off.
Yeah.
Which actually does help a bit, but it's just amazing to see. Let's see. Austin went for a pile driver on the Undertaker onto the concrete floor. Yes, they brawled on the outside because they were smart and went through the middle rope and bottom rope. Undertaker back body dropped him. So this one, you could win by pin or submission, but no one got eliminated by pin or submission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Austin ended up throwing Vader into the timekeeper, which killed the old man.
Yep.
He was down. The rest of the time, the camera was on him.
Yeah, he was dead.
But just how Vader ran, too. Vader ran very slow. And it was obvious that he was in control, because he ran around the steps. Instead of just running straight like everyone else does, he's running to the side. So it's obvious that he's in control if he can run. And he could just stop. No. That's always what I hated about Irish whips. Can these guys just not stop running?
No.
Do wrestlers not know how to do that?
Well, when we learned how to do Irish whips, did we just keep running?
Yeah, well, I guess we were those mindless wrestlers who couldn't stop running.
Yep.
Alright. Vader and Bret Hart went brawling into the crowd for about 10 seconds before Vader just jumped back over the barricade.
He was like, I'm done with this fucking bullshit.
At this point, we had a cut.
Bullshit!
I don't think Bret cut that promo yet, or maybe he had, actually.
It's 97. It should be someday.
Yeah, it was sometime this year. Then at that point, we had a cut back to to Sid, who was very mad watching this match. He was looking at the TV, he looked at the camera, made a mad face, and looked back at the TV to watch the match.
The TV made a mad face back at him.
And at which point Sid punched the TV, punched the cameraman, and punched us all.
Which is when Andrew finally decided, this doesn't make no sense. There's a vacated title, but the number one contender doesn't have the title?
Nope. Sid was a number one contender. He was going to get a match with Michaels on Raw, but then he just wasn't given the title. But he got a match against the winner of this match on the Raw after this show, anyway.
Yeah.
But why doesn't the number one contender just get the title? But oh well. Vader had a sharpshooter on Bret on the outside, and Austin attacked them both.
Well, I have a question. Why didn't they just do that for fucking Roman and Seth?
They offered to do it to Roman, but Roman turned him down, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Triple H said, you could be my man.
That's when we're all like, oh, yes.
Mm.
Be his man. Be his man. Mm-hmm.
When it rains, it pours. Ooh, ah.
When the Roman Empire rises.
So Roman threw Vader... No, not...
We're not walking anywhere.
Oh, damn. So when Vader threw Roman threw Vader. Fuck! Roman was not here!
Roman Reigns was not in the match against Vader?
No!
That sounds amazing, though.
It does, actually. Austin threw Vader into the steps, and picked up the steps and hit Vader with some. Poor Vader. They got back in the ring. Austin did a Lufas press in his punches to Vader, but when he stood up, his right arm was covered in Vader's blood. This shows how much he was bleeding.
Yeah.
Brett came from behind him and hit him with a pile driver, which Austin was able to kick out of. Vader got back up and was brawling with The Undertaker, and he went for a Vader assault, but missed. Always impressive to see Vader do a Vader assault.
Yeah, it is.
The wait is over.
The wait's always over.
Taker and Vader brawl to the outside, where Taker chokes Tim with cables. Not very nice.
No, not a nice thing to do at all.
Especially since you just caused him to bleed this much.
Yeah. It's Undertaker's fault that Vader's fucking busted open.
Yeah. Brett went to back body drop Austin, but Austin did like a lucha. Like, when they go to back suplex on, and he just flip over and do a backflip and land on their feet. Austin did that, which shocked me. Never seen Austin do that.
Austin's wily. He puts out all the stops.
But Austin very quickly got eliminated by being tossed over the top rope by Bret Hart after that. So Austin pulled out his lucha and he was eliminated, which is why Austin never did lucha again.
Yep.
I want to team Austin and Kalisto in a game called the Lucha Snakes. Thank you. Vader and Brett double teamed Taker, and then they started fighting themselves. That's when Vader took off his mask. It was just completely covered in blood, which helped out. On the outside while they were fighting, Paul Bearer hit Undertaker with the urn. Brett hit a superplex on Vader. Brett had Vader in a sharpshooter. Undertaker, for no reason, just broke it up.
Yeah.
Maybe he felt bad that he did all this shit to Vader, so he didn't want Brett to eliminate him. Which would bite him in the ass later.
Yeah.
Thanks, Austin. Austin ran out and attacked Bret Hart because these two hate each other. Vader went for a Vader bomb on Undertaker. Undertaker ended up low-blowing him, something we would never see ever again from Undertaker, low-blowing people.
He did?
Yeah.
I did not notice that.
Yes, he low-blowed Vader and then tossed him...
What the fuck, Taker?
And then he tossed him over the top rope.
Oh my god.
My favorite of all time. Master of low blows.
Yeah.
Oh, because Shawn Michaels always played so clean.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels has never, ever caught anyone off guard. I'm sorry.
Undertaker caught Shawn off guard. And their casket match. Where he broke Shawn's back.
Your favorite of all time ruined my favorite's career. Ended.
Your favorite of all time almost ruined his own career a lot of times.
You shut the fuck up. Shawn Michaels is a god.
Undertaker. So Vader's been eliminated. It's down to Undertaker and Bret Hart. Steve Austin's still out there being Steve Austin. Undertaker did a sleepy choke slam where he chokeslams him and then just falls down.
Asleep.
Yeah.
He just fell down with him. This was shit.
Bret was able to take over again. Austin was on the outside of, like he was standing on the apron
with Clarence Mason.
Yes, perhaps. Was he?
I think Clarence Mason actually was out there.
Oh, maybe. I guess.
It just makes sense for
because
the times.
Vader was in Cornette's camp, so maybe. So Austin was on the apron. Bret was inside the ring. They were fighting. Undertaker went to hit Bret, but he ended up hitting Austin, and Austin fell. And Bret came from behind Taker and clotheslined him over the top rope, eliminating Taker, giving Bret his title. So Bret Hart won in a main event of Final Four, last eliminating The Undertaker, and he has become WWF Champion, and in the next night on Raw, he will meet Sid. I'm actually going to look up to see who won that match.
Nobody.
Sid and Bret? No one won?
I don't think so.
Well, my phone's shut off, so it's starting up again, so while I'm looking this up, say something to entertain them.
I can find it quicker on my phone, because my phone's still on. My phone just shuts down.
Well, what were your feelings about the match? I did most of the description about the match.
My feelings were pretty damn simple. That I I wanted any of these. I wanted all of them to win. I preferred them all. I like that. I couldn't choose. I couldn't choose who to win.
Honestly, with Austin like being a 12-time champion, Undertaker like being a 9-time champion, and Brett being a however-time champion, I'd have been fine with Vader winning this and being a champion. Kind of sad that Vader never won the title.
Yeah.
But hey, what are you gonna do?
I typed in Sid versus Bret Hart and it came up Blake effects, no warning.
Oh no.
Well,
I'm just gonna type in Raw February 17th, 1997. And hopefully we can find out who wins. Might as well just get the results of the entire show.
no.
Why not?
Because
Right, here we are. Raw February 1997. Mark Mero with Sable defeated Savio Vega by with the nation by disqualification.
the Nation of Domination by disqualification.
Yeah. When the Nation chased Sable into the ring, moments after, Ahmed Johnson made the save by clearing the ring with a 2x4.
Yeah! Hey!
The true American hero, Ahmed Johnson, since Hacksaw Juggernaut went to Team Canada. Ahmed never
That's not the same time.
No. For the next match for the Intercontinental title, Rocky Maivia defeated Leif Cassidy with a shoulder breaker.
Wow.
So he lost to Mark Mero, but he got an Intercontinental title match the next night.
Sounds like my kind of booking.
Yes. The Headbangers defeated the Hardy Boys. Thrasher pinned Jeff. Farouk and the Nation were shown backstage as Jim Ross. They cut a promo on Ahmed Johnson. Owen Hart defeated Flash Funk. And then after the match, Jerry Lawler spoke to Paul Heyman on the phone, who accepted the ECW challenge to come to Raw the next week. Bart Gunn defeated Hunter Hearst Helmsley via countout when Goldust chased Hunter into the crowd. The Honky Tonk Man did commentary, so that's where he was. Honky Tonk Man came out and then just walked to the arena to get the commentary for Raw.
Oh.
Oh, and Bret Hart was champion for one day because he lost the title to Psycho Sid the next night.
Oh!
Austin interfered and cost Bret the title. The Undertaker, who was named number one contender for some reason. Oh, because that's leading up to Sid versus Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Oh, that makes sense, actually.
That may be the WrestleMania that's in May 6th. We may get to watch Sid versus Undertaker.
On your birthday.
Yeah, May 6th, my birthday.
Well,
Bret was champion for one day.
So that's why we say Owen's better.
Which really makes you think, if they were just going to give the title to Sid right away, why didn't they just give it to Sid to begin with?
To give Bret another title reign.
Why? Or why couldn't they give Vader the one-day reign? Does Bret really need his 4th title reign at that point, and Vader has 0?
To make Bret seem credible.
Bret was a 3-time champion. He was credible enough.
Yeah, but think about how 3-time champions are out there. Dolph Ziggler's a 2-time champion. That's like having him in the same boat as Dolph Ziggler almost. Do you really want Bret Hart in the same boat as Dolph Ziggler?
Maybe. I'd have preferred Vader to win it.
I didn't have really a preference. They all could have won.
Mainly because I would have loved to see that Vader Psycho Sin match, which would have admittedly been awful, but been something to watch.
Like 2 planes crashing into each other. Or like 2 buses crashing into each other.
Or like 2 elephants
crashing into each other.
Yes.
Like 2 big fat butts crashing into each other.
Like 2 big fat men crashing into each other.
That's what it would be.
So there we have it. Vader should have won and crashed into Sid.
Yes. With a 2x4, a bus, and a plane, and a fat man.
Fun tag match, fun main event. Vader's fat. Sid's not even fat, but Honky Tonk Man walked to the arena.
Yeah. So all in all,
it was a pay-per-view.
It was
an admittedly boring pay-per-view until the last 2 matches.
That's why there were only 5 matches on the card.
Yeah.
They couldn't sit us through like 7 of those.
I was actually having trouble remember what the other 3 matches were. But Mark and Snow, the 6-man tag, and Hunter and Rock.
Yeah, Triple H and Rock to us wasn't as good as...
No, it wasn't. Triple H and Rock was probably the 3rd best match on the show. After the tag match and the main event.
Yeah.
I don't know, what did you like more, the main event or the tag match?
I liked... Oh, gosh.
This is hard. I wanted to say the tag match, but I think actually... the main event had more stuff going on. But they were also able to use weapons and be more extreme.
Yeah. I'll say...
I'm actually going to say the tag match myself.
I was actually about to say the tag match, too.
Yeah, the tag match was really fun. But this...
If you want to see a good tag match, look at that Owen Hart... I was about to say Owen Hart, Jim Hart. Owen Hart, British Bulldog versus Phil LaFons and...
Doug Furnas
for the Tag Team Championships in your House Final 4. That's a good tag match.
You can skip over the first 3 shitty matches.
Yeah.
Even that Rock and Hunter was shitty. It's just boring. It wasn't a bad match. There's not a lot memorable happened.
Yeah, except for a fucking shitty float over DDT, a shitty drop kick, and a crossbody that could have won.
And China.
Oh yeah, and you meet China finally.
Finally, like I've been waiting for it.
I've been waiting to meet China. You know what we're talking about.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Nope, I refuse.
Yes.
So the first 2 matches were shitty. The third match was alright. Nothing just really memorable about
The 4th match was amazing. The 5th match was amazing to the point where we couldn't decide which one was better.
Yeah, it's not every day. You can't decide what's better, the world title match or the tag title match.
Yeah.
And we actually picked the tag title match.
Yeah. A lot of days now you don't see a lot of good tag matches like you used to.
We just picked Doug Furnas and Phil LaFon over Bret Hart, Steve Austin, Vader, and The Undertaker.
Yeah, we
Fuck
did.
them. That should have been the Final 4 match. Owen versus Bret versus Doug versus Phil. And the tag title should have been...
Owen versus Bret versus Doug versus Phil?
Owen versus Bulldog versus Doug versus Phil.
Yeah.
And then those guys should have been in the tag match. Bret and Austin... No, they hate each other. Bret and Vader versus Taker and Austin. There you go.
Yeah, that sounds like something.
There's your show.
Woo! So do we end it?
Yeah, we can end it now. Thank you for watching. We'll put it to YouTube. Woo.
Woo.
Are we done?
Oh shit.